What happened in the previous chapter was the continuation of the battle between the brothers Mash Burndet and Doom. Mash used his weakness mode which caused him to explode. However, even though he was hit by Doom's attack in that mode, he seemed to be unaffected by them. Meliadel explained that contraction is the muscle fibers' first way of demonstrating their power. The larger the gap between contraction and state of rest, the larger the kickback. Eventually, after Doom attacked, Mash counterattacked and Doom received a strong kick. Mash toyed with Doom as if he were a gymnast. After that, Doom stared at him. Doom thought to himself that Mash might be the person capable of matching his very best. He summoned Freya, the goddess of bounty, and a terrifying mirror appeared. Doom used his Thirds magic, Mirage Thirds, 100 avatar image. Countless Dooms appeared, surprising Finn. Mash was attacked by numerous Dooms and tried to keep up with all of them. Doom paused for a moment and declared that it was the end of our hero. Suddenly, he felt something at his back and turned to look. A presence seemed to flicker behind him and he couldn't comprehend what was happening. He couldn't understand the uneasiness he felt. Before long, he noticed that he was separated from his copies. But that wasn't the case. His copies just seemed to disappear. Mash was burying his illusions one by one in the ground and dropping them from the floating castle. In the end, the only one left in the room was the real Doom, while Mash was dusting off his hands. The level of Mash's power was unbelievable. It meant that Mash hadn't been pushed to his true limitation yet. For the first time, sweat dripped from Doom's hands and he smiled. He got ready and sincerely thanked Mash for meeting him. Mash charged at him with extraordinary speed. Mash managed to do a blue destiny on Doom, causing him to cough up blood. As Mash turned his back, Doom thought to himself that he doesn't need his eyes to see Mash's excellence. In the end, while lying on the floor, he declared that Mash is the winner. What's up, Onii-Chan? Welcome back to our manga analysis series about Mashle, Magic and Muscles, a story that's a mix of Harry Potter and One Punch Man. So let's start the video. Continuing the exciting story of Mash in a world filled with magic, we return to his victory over Doom. His friends were shocked and seemingly couldn't believe what he had accomplished. The eyes of the spectators widened and in no time, they erupted into cheers. They shouted that our hero had managed to defeat Doom. A man who couldn't use magic had defeated the strongest magic user. Mash is shown performing his victory dance. While our group was celebrating, suddenly someone said congratulations, startling them. A strange magic emerged above them and the figure appearing from it said they hadn't expected Mash to be able to defeat Doom. Our friends looked at this and seemed stunned by what they saw. It turned out to be Innocent Zero who arrived, expressing his surprise at Mash. The spectators were worried. Innocent Zero added that nevertheless, their fates hadn't changed. He said he would sacrifice them all to ensure his own eternal life. While speaking, Mash suddenly appeared beside him. When he turned, our father and son locked eyes. Oh my god, hilarious. Finn was stunned by how Mash got there. Innocent Zero laughed and said that Mash had managed to reach him. He brought out his wand and said it looked like Mash was determined to interfere until the end. Mash replied, not really. If Innocent Zero would just chill at home and just be cool, our hero would be fine leaving him alone. And he added he had been wanting to say something for a while. Didn't Innocent Zero ever think that he was too old to be using nicknames? Because Innocent Zero as a name for someone as old as him? That's pretty cringeworthy. At this, Innocent Zero was rendered speechless and seemed quite annoyed. Mash further commented that he realized Innocent Zero had no one to say it for him, but he should really consider working as a living. His obsession with immortality didn't seem to get him anywhere. Finn was still baffled and said Mash was trash-talking Innocent Zero to his face. Innocent Zero smiled and commented that Mash was still amusing. He immediately used his Times magic on Mash. It hit Mash's left hand. After that, he wondered why it didn't hurt. Suddenly his hand withered, shocking him. Even Dot screamed at this. Mash was disgusted with his hand and commented that he had old man hands. Innocent Zero explained that his magic advanced the age of anything it touched by 100 years. He stated that Mash's left hand was now useless. Our hero charged at him and moved to his back, saying he still had his right hand. Just as Mash's attack was about to hit, he noticed a barrier. He immediately halted his attack because he saw it surrounding Innocent Zero. He backs off and commented that was a close call. Innocent Zero was shown surrounded by his own magic, intensely. Finn commented that Mash couldn't punch him without aging. Our hero couldn't get close to him. Mash was in thought. Wow, this idiot can think. Just kidding. In the end, he came up with an idea. He suddenly left the room while Innocent Zero was still watching him. He went over to Doom and borrowed his sword. He returned to the room and even hit the door with the sword he was carrying. Then he posed there holding Doom's cool sword while still staring at Innocent Zero. He also bit the Khaled bulb to bend it. Doom seemed a bit hurt and said, "My sword." After that, Mash drove the sword into the ground with his strength. Innocent Zero was puzzled there. Finn also wondered why Mash did that. After Mash buried the sword, in a blink, he rushed toward Innocent Zero. He tried to punch Innocent Zero even with the aging barrier. His friends were also surprised, and Innocent Zero commented in his mind how predictable Mash's actions were. Suddenly, there was a crack on the floor and Finn noticed it. Suddenly, Mash's thrown cattle ball emerged from the floor as he was punching. That was Mash's plan, to use the sword to block Innocent Zero's aging magic. Before long, our protagonist's attack landed on Innocent Zero. Orta realized what Mash had done and explained that our protagonist spun the sword underground to inflict indirect damage on Innocent Zero. Finn was stunned and asked if boomerang physics works even underground. Mash explained that iron doesn't age, so it's cool. Anyway, our protagonist was holding onto his swords. If Innocent Zero planned to fight him, he would fight back. Innocent Zero could only stare at this. Mash added that it seemed like Innocent Zero's face needed a serious talk with his fist. Innocent Zero was looking at him intently. It was shown that the solar eclipse that Innocent Zero was waiting for was already approaching. It was slowly forming as the father and son were fighting. The two of them stared at each other as if they were ready to kill each other. Innocent Zero commented on how smart Mash's move was while just staring at him. Innocent Zero immediately used the Time's snakes, and two snakes with clocks on their heads came out. Zoom was wondering if Mash's strength was enough to fight Innocent Zero. Innocent Zero sent his snake friends to our protagonist. Mash managed to dodge them easily, commenting, "Easy." The snakes kept attacking, but our protagonist was just dodging them. Mash acted like a parkour master while avoiding the snakes. He commented on how strong those snakes were. Suddenly, a snake came out from behind him and managed to bite his right hand. Mash said, "Whoopsie." When he looked at his hand, it had withered. Innocent Zero asked him if that was his best. Doom explained that among magic users, none of them could compare to Innocent Zero. And with Mash's impairment, the fight might be too heavy for him. Mash just stared. Before long, our protagonist's saliva flowed again and he seemed to lose his sanity once more. Innocent Zero was surprised at Mash's sudden change of countenance. He decided to cast his Time's magic again. However, as he was speaking, Mash suddenly kicked his shoe at him and it went straight into his mouth. He was surprised by that. However, Mash still had no way to approach him directly. When he thought he had lost the ability to use his hands and what other ways he could use, a pillar suddenly flew and hit his face. Because of that pillar, he was knocked down onto the floor. Our protagonist suddenly revealed that he was lifting another pillar with his legs. Innocent Zero was really stunned. Even our comrade's eyes widened in surprise at Mash's move. Mash suddenly swung the pillar he was holding hard and it hit Innocent Zero's head solidly. Using his body, he kept swinging the pillar at Innocent Zero. Innocent Zero commented in his mind how fast Mash was and that he needed to keep his distance. He stepped back from Mash's range, but still, he was hit in the face by the pillar. He wondered how Mash could reach him. It seemed impossible. Our protagonist was shown moving quickly using his shoulders. Mash looked like a rushing caterpillar while his body was still drifting. Finn couldn't stand what he was seeing and yelled that Mash was walking using his shoulders. Even Innocent Zero couldn't believe that he was walking using his shoulders. What? Because of this, he decided to fly. However, he was still hit in the face by the pillar Mash was carrying. When he looked there, he saw that Mash had thrown the pillar with his legs. Mash grabbed more pillars and said he had more of them. Before long, he threw a large number of pillars at Innocent Zero. All of them landed on the big boss. Finn was amazed at Mash's strength and commented in his mind that Innocent Zero was getting beaten up. It seemed like muscles were destroying magic. The father and son stared at each other again. Blood was dripping from Innocent Zero's head while Mash was just standing there dumbfounded. Innocent Zero commented that it was surprising. Mash was stronger than he thought. But it was sad because it was too late. He pointed up and showed that the eclipse was already forming. During the eclipse, he could release his real power. The moon was slowly lining up with the sun and the light of the sun was being covered by the moon. Innocent Zero suddenly had an extraordinary aura surrounding him like he was being possessed. Our comrade's eyes widened at this and even the people were alarmed. Mash asked, "So, Innocent Zero's real power only comes out during an eclipse?" In the end, he said that deal seemed kind of lame. And that's where this video ends. How far do you think Mash's trash talking will go? How strong is the true power of our big boss Innocent Zero? Write your comments down below. If you want more anime and manga recaps, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with new videos.